What up? Welcome back to Cool Kid TCG. Playing my good friend Mark today. Only Hands TCG. Also remember Deck Swabbers podcast. Be sure to check both those out. That's Only Hands TCG and the Deck Swabbers. He's playing GP Luffy, the new Overlord, the new best deck in format for at least a couple weeks until OP10 comes out. We lost the dice roll. He elects to go first. This is a matchup I'm not too I haven't played too much. I think he's favored in this matchup. But that's not to say that we can't win it. I think his matchup, his game plan is really depending on how many Sanjis and Puddings he can see. He's gonna tap 1 for a Nami Searcher. This allows him to search top 5 for a Straw Hat. And he's thinking about what to grab. He's going to grab a Nico Robin blocker. We draw. We're going to tap 1 for the Law Searcher, search top 4 for a Straw Hat or a Heart Pirate of cost 2 or higher. So we can grab a 2K. We can also grab the Rush Sanji. Thinking about whether to grab that Rush Sanji, but ultimately I don't have any 2Ks in hand, so let's grab the Soba Mass 2K, and then we pass. He goes to his 3-Dawn turn. He's going to put all 3 and swing 8. We're going to hit a trigger, maybe the only trigger we have in the deck, which is Gamma Knife. Allows us to ramp an Active Dawn. That's really great for allowing us to continually ramp. Now we're at 5. Going to go ahead and use Leader Effect anyways to get to 6, so we really are ahead of the curve. Going to swing 6 life here. Thinking about what to do, but I'm going to end up swinging 6 life and then play the Kid blocker down. So we swing 6 life. He takes, tap 5, Kid blocker. Now he goes to his 5-Dawn turn. He's going to tap 5 for the Sanji Pudding. He plays it on curve. That's the key most important card to his deck, and unfortunately we don't have a lot of removal in my deck. I need to move those as fast as possible. He activates Leader ability, which allows him to turn 2 Dawn, and then that allows him to restand 2 Dawn, and then that buffs his Leader for 6k for the turn. And because he has a Sanji Pudding, and Sanji Pudding's effect is when 2 Dawns return 1 active. That's why he has 3 active right there. So he's going to use those 3 to play Nico Robin blocker down, as well as swing 6 life, which we gave him a 2k. So he's going about doing exactly what he wants to do. We're going to go about doing what we want to do, which is Luffy Taro into Songor. We could also Luffy Taro into Zoro Juro. Both are valid plays. We could also Luffy Taro into Onami blocker. We're going to get the effective Kid, and then we're going to play the Songoro down. And then we're going to swing 6 life, keep 1 Dawn standing just in case. He's a 6k leader. Let's get a 1k out of hand, so we get the Zoro, the rush pseudo rush Zoro that can also rest things. He's going to tap 5 for another Sanji Pudding, so this is ultimately this is going perfectly for him, not going well for us. He activates the Leader effect, returning 2 Dawn, which allows him to restand 2 and also get 2 back. So essentially do Leader effect for free. And he swings 6 life. We'll give him a 2k. Now he swings 7 life. Thinking about whether I want to give him the blocker and counter out from there. We'll just take the hit. Now he taps 4 for his Zoro Juro. Search the one we have in our deck. Search top 5 for a Straw Hat. I'm just reading this Zoro card. I wanted to see what it could rest. It rests a 4 cost, not a 5 cost. So my kid should be safe for now. We go to our 10 Dawn turn, so we've ramped really fast. We could Luffy Taro here. We could... I'm going to swing 6 life and effect draw a card. He gives me counter. He gives me a 2k. That's interesting. I swing 6 into a 6 and he gives me a 2k. So that tells me he doesn't have 1ks that he either has or he wants to part with. So we're going to swing 6 again and see what happens. He gives us a 2k. So now we're at 8 Dawn. I'm going to do one more poke, and that's what the Luffy Taro. We're going to swing 8. He takes. And it's going to be an Electric Luna trigger, which rests our Kid blocker, which is just super unfortunate. That makes me change my game. My game plan was going to be Luffy Taro into Onami blocker, which still might be the better plan. But I'm worried about that secret rare Rush Luffy coming down. So I ultimately changed my game plan up to 2 Onamis. And I think this is probably where I make a mistake. I should have just played the Luffy Taro Onami anyways. and kept 1 for Gum Gum Giant. We do 2 Onamis, kind of cycle our hand, hopefully get some more counter, and we do get some more counter. But this is just a passive play. I would much rather have a Luffy Taro on board here, especially with the fact that he runs that Zoro that can rest. So he's going to swing 6 life. We'll give him a 2k. He's thinking it through. He still has all of his Dawn. He swings 7 life. I'm thinking about like the amount of Dawn is hard to calculate because he's going to return, restand, get it back. So it's really kind of like he taps 4 for the Zoro. The Zoro allows him to rest the Nami. Now he can swing that into the Nami. So he's cleared both of my blockers. I gave him 1. Now he activates leader effect, return 2 Dawn, restand 2 and get 2 back. Now he's back to full capacity of Dawn. And he's already swung and played a couple of things, so it's just really rough right here. Those Sanji puddings really allow him to do a lot. He taps 3 for Electric Luna. Now my entire board's frozen. It's at this point where I think I realize I'm probably cooked. That Electric Luna, like I kind of was, we're gonna tap 1 for a Gum Gum Giant to counter this attack, but I might have been able to continue putting pressure and maybe salvage it, but it's looking really rough for us. So we're counting out of some of these swings. He's staying at 2 life. He's going to tap 4 for another Zoro Juro, search top 5. He's going to grab a Gum Gum Giant. He has 1 Dawn standing. He is a purple Straw Hat, so he does get to take advantage of the Gum Gum Giant, which was what we're doing as well. And now we're just in a really rough spot because don't have a lot we can play. We can play the Big Mom and put one of his Sanji and puddings away. It just feels like it's kind of a little too late right now. So we're going to tap 9 for the Big Mom, return a Dawn, pitch the Bond Clay. Will heal 1. We're going to put one of his Sanji puddings away, and then we get the Dawn back with the effective Kid. And I could swing 6 life, but I decided to pass. Just keep 2 Dawn standing for Gum Gum Giant. So we got rid of 1 Sanji and pudding in a way. Yeah, he's at 3 life. Like we hope to get rid of the other one, but he plays a 3rd one down, which is just so rough. At this point, like he's seen all the Sanji and puddings. Really, it's really tough to overcome this. He's doing 7 life. He's going to leader effect again, become a 6k leader, and restand all of his Dawn. So we do draw a Rush Sanji. I don't want to give that card up because that's my only chance at to continue swinging life. That's my only chance of maybe having a Hail Mary because I'm going to lose next turn or going to lose a turn after this. I have a chance to win with the Rush Sanji, but again, it's a Hail Mary. He does leader effect. He restands all his 2 Dawn, gets a 2 Dawn back active with Sanji and pudding. So I think he's got like 7 to play with right here, as well as he's going to swing 9 life. He still has a Sanji pudding swing coming, and that could be an 11k swing. I have 2 1k. I have 3 1ks. I could counter out of this. I probably should, but I take it. I draw luck, fortune to draw a 2k. I think the better play would have been to Gum Gum Giant here rather than because he's going to swing 10, and I wasn't guaranteed to draw a 2k. So we're going to Gum Gum Giant and then give him another 2k. And he has 1 Dawn standing for a Gum Gum Giant. So now, like, I have to hit him 4 times. I have 5 swings. And I'm going to play the Rush Sanji down to rest the blocker. So I have 6 swings. But he has a lot of cards in hand. I think I want to say he's like 6 or 7. I'm going to check his trash. I have to hit him, again, 4 times. So I'm going to check his trash here. 1k, 2 2ks, 3 1ks, 2 2ks, and an Electric Luna, 2 Electric Lunas. So I'm thinking, like, what cards else could he have? He hasn't played Stage yet. There could be some Stages in his hand. I'm going to swing 6 life, draw a card. Then I'm going to tap 7. We get a 2k out to play the Sanji, rest the blocker, get the Dom back because of Kid. Swing 8 life. Swing 9 life. And then swing 8 life again. He's going to Gum Gum Giant. He's thinking about whether to Gum Gum Giant, but he's going to ultimately decide to Gum Gum Giant. Return to Dawn. Pitch a card. Pitches a Luffy Taro. He gets to draw 2. So now, like, I need to hit him twice. I have essentially 2 7K swings. I'm going to make a brain fart here in a second where I'm going to put all my Dawn on Kid and swing 9 because I, for some reason, thought, oh, this was per game. But I was like, wait a minute, dude, I messed up. Like, can I take that back? Oh, yeah, sure, dude. Not that it's going to make a difference because he needs to counter out of 1 7K swing. He just needs, yeah, so there's a 2K. It's over now. I swing 7 life. He gives me another 2K just to be safe. But yeah, now I'm just telling him I have like 6 cards in hand, no blockers. Go for it, dude. The green light's open. And he's going to put all on Sanjin Pudding, and he gets it. So this was ultimately a matchup where he high rolled us pretty good. And we didn't get to see exactly what we wanted to see. I mean, it can't really complain. We did hit a pretty lucky trigger early on to get some Dawn. And we did Kid into Luffy Taro Songor the next turn, which is almost ideally what we want to do. So we saw that opening. We just couldn't continue sustaining that and keep up with the fact that he had so many Sanji puddings. He was able to continually recoup value. And it's just really rough to keep up. And especially the 2 Electric Lunas, the one he had a lucky trigger and the one that stalled our board, were definitely more than enough to like really take control of the game. So shouts out to my opponent again, Mark Only Hands TCG. Be sure to check him out, and be sure to check out Dex Roberts podcast as well. A lot of great content over there. You probably see this matchup from his perspective. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Let me know in the comments if you think differently, and see you next time.